25th, 22. And your moon. All right, here we go, Leo. This is for you. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on for Leo. Ace, let's see, 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Ace of Wands. Come out of my mouth before it came out of the deck. Okay. Ace of Wands, I'm going to talk about that while I'm laying these other cards. Ace of Wands is a beautiful card that talks about a pivot with our the things we're best at. Let's just put it that way. The Ace of Wands is an individual in a laboratory, and that laboratory is perfectly stocked with all the equipment that you need to get things done. So the Ace of Wands is that pivot point. It's the height of our Wands suit. And if you notice, he has literally everything he needs. Now, even though this isn't the only card in the reading, it's in the dead center of the top row, which means focus and function. Okay. So the Ace of Wands, he has a laboratory, like I said, with the books, the equipment. He's even got a globe and scrolls, magic items, crystals, everything that you need, right? So there's ability that has to do with this. There's 2 cards surrounding it. Also, I would say that this is next to the Hierophant. So the ability to do the right thing is how I would read that. There's a promise in that back row that's talking about things getting easier for you in these new steps that you're taking, despite miscommunications, because the very first card that you have is the 3 of Swords. Literally references heartbreak. Where did that brain cell just go? Heartbreak if communication isn't acquired, or the fact that heartbreak is already present because there was such a huge miscommunication that we couldn't meet in the middle. For you right now, Leo, you're working on your foundations. You've got the Moon card also, which shows us some heightened emotions, moods, feelings, expressions, etc. You've got the 10 of Cups, which is our card for balance. So I want you to see what I mean when I say things are going to get easier for you. Look at this. You got the 7 of Swords, letting go of things that are no longer serving you. 6 of Swords, moving forward, things are in your favor, you're sliding away from things pointing at you, maybe attention that was on you at one point is about to slide out of the viewpoint, maybe onto something else, someone else, or just it's going to fizzle. I can say that Leo, now, mind you, this is congruent with both Gemini and Cancer right now, but feeling a little bit overwhelmed. The 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups, man, I can't get my words right today, but that's okay. We'll survive this. So we have the 7 of Cups, which is overwhelm. Way too many things to choose from, too many items on our plate. This isn't exactly the overwhelm where you can't see your way out of it, but there's a lot of things to choose from. And this one generally references things that you love. You know, it's between one activity or another. Also the 4 of Cups being more social and finding yourself in other environments where you're more social. I can tell you too that you have internal external balance, Queen of Cups, emotions going more in your favor, right? Even though the Moon card has them heightened, you also have the Empress. The Empress is beautiful leadership, right? Hi, Joe. Beautiful leadership that has to do with compassion and nurturing, okay? You also have the Ace of Pentacles. And now Pentacles is money, Wands is work. So is your brain focused on your foundation around your money right now, because your end result card is your King of Coins. Now, kings and queens rule a little bit differently. Kings having to do with the actions that we take, and queens being things that we do to nurture. You have the Empress, which is trumping your King of Coins. King of Coins being actions that having to do with your money, your investments, your finances, etc. So you're bossing up a little bit, Leo. The center of your reading is the Queen of Coins, or Cups, which is our card for emotion and leadership. So how's your EQ looking right now? Probably pretty good. That even though that you had some miscommunication in the beginning, it talks to us about you having a better acuity with it later on. You're learning from these things. That's why you have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant's what did we learn? And then we have that 3 of Swords. We learned out of making these mistakes with communication. We learned to speak clearer. We learned to say what we mean. We learned to not engage in things that aren't of our benefit. Also, 4 of Coins is here is saying that you're looking to bring money in. Maybe that's what this overwhelm is about. Too many options and not enough money. Or how am I going to bring this money to bring me the things that I want? You're afraid to take some risks right now. Your foundation is strong with the 4 of Wands. That means your pillar, the thing that you lean against, the home in which you're building. Maybe you're buying a home next to, for some of you, we have the Four of Wands next to the Ace of Coins. That's a pivot point. So this is, I would say, of the three that I've done today, this is extremely positive. I'm going to leave one of you out. Today, I've been getting 4 done a day when I've been working on these, but we're missing one today. I have to go. I'm completely booked after this, so I wanted to get this in. I'm booked till like 9 tonight, maybe a couple spots in there. I don't know, but most definitely was glad I was able to get this today. But I want to show you one of the most important things. I'm going to highlight your majors because for those of you that understand the major arcana as archetypes, the Empress, the Mother, the Nurturer, we have the Hierophant, the Teacher, the rules, the things that we want to do ethically and within alignment. These are also our programs, right? So our programs, if you look at the things that run us, some of us are given programs, you know. I could go about that all day. Hi, Leslie. I love you too, sister. That's family. All right. So the Hierophant, I love to talk about the Hierophant when it comes up because sometimes it's our religious beliefs and sometimes it's our moral code or our cultural beliefs. But sometimes there are programs that have to do with worthiness, that have to do with I'm not good enough, that has to do with, you know, even the things I said I would do, like I was talking to Cancer about, or Gemini, because I said I would. Four of Wands, commitment, what we're committed to. Sometimes, like marriage, for example, what our ideas look like around marriage and how we believe that structure should support us versus what we're producing. And sometimes they don't line up, but yet it's supposed to be like this, right? I'm 52 and I'm not supposed to dress like a little kid, but sometimes I do. Supposed to's, your Hierophant, what's driving you, what's running you. These are our subconscious things too. Maybe we don't even know. Like right now we have a really hot political and civil rights debate going on. What's right is what's running us in our head is our belief system right now, period. Right or wrong, it's our belief system. So there is a lot of positivity in this reading. I just want to bring that up. Remember, 2 cards, 7 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. Things aren't pointing at you anymore and things are getting easier. Just because you're feeling overwhelmed, I want you to remember this card right here, balance. And Cups is emotions, meeting new people. Okay. Aces here, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, pivots, 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 and King of Coins, which is victory and strong foundation. If you just focus on that, instead of the overwhelm, you'll do much better in this next coming week. Let's pull cards for you from, I was going to say Mystic Dreamer, but no, I'm being called to use this one today. This one was a gift and it hasn't stopped screaming at me, so you get it. Ooh, to book your one-on-one, visit karmaondeck.com. There's also classes. Meditation 101, that's an 8-week course. I'm asking you to dedicate 7 weeks to your chakras after I teach you how to meditate. Tarot 101 is 8 weeks as well because it's the 6, the majors, the minors, the spreads, and then a week of practice. These are commitments that I'm asking you to make. For a general reading, your own personal reading, we can do that too. And there's also spiritual mentorship. If you want to springboard off of I don't know into taking some clear direction, hit me up. All right, here we go. Leo Moon. Man, Ace of Pentacles. So what are our aces though? Remember, they are the pinnacle of our minor suits. So they're almost akin to our majors, right? Because they show us these pivot points. You have a lot of mental energy that you're spending on consequence right now. You have the Karma and the 10 of Cups. What things look like versus our consequence. Am I getting what I say I want? Am I producing that? Am I putting myself out the way that I want to be seen? Are you paying consequences for something emotionally that was in your past? We've got the 10 of Swords. That's our victim mentality and our traumas. How is it that you're evolving past your traumas, or are you staying stuck? You have the Empress card. You're requiring leadership of yourself in the next little steps. Queen of Pentacles. You also have the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups in here. I will say that I'm wondering if some of you Leos are worried about your moving forward in relationship or emotionally from past traumas, because you have this 10 of Swords, which is literal betrayal. Now, I was just talking to Cancer about this, I think, where 10 of Swords has to do with betrayal. Doesn't mean the betrayal didn't happen, but how far are you carrying it? Are you carrying that weight along to the next experience? Are you carrying that weight into depression? My best friend says, if it's heavy, put it down. Are we letting these things go? But I'm not going to say that you're not, that you are playing the victim, because what I see for you is, regardless of consequences, the karma card right here, we do have the 10 of cups. So we're showing our best self, and we have the Empress card, which is nurturing. So I'm going to hazard a guess that a lot of you Leos are doing your inner work based on the 2 of cups and the 6 of swords moving forward to the Ace of cups. So the 2 of cups is commitment, balance, love, as within, so without. Balance in your relationship, 6 of swords, things getting easier. So you can expect things to take a more gentler turn as you course through these next few steps. And then you have the Ace of Cups, which is your pivot. And again, you're getting the High Priest or the Hierophant card. What is driving you? Is your ethical and moral compass so high that it's the first thing that's running through you before you make a decision? Not good, bad, or indifferent, just is. You got things running you right now. Check with that. See what it is that's telling you to make these next steps and these next moves. What is it that's driving you is what that's all about. You have the 9 of Cups, 6 of Wands, and the Page of Wands, which is a beautiful illustration toward joy, recognition, and new beginnings. So recognition, being acknowledged. Hey, thank you. Or you really did do something that was pretty profound, and there might be a party for it. Or maybe somebody's birthday is coming up here too, Leo. I just want to tell you, patience is key when it comes to your money right now. You're doing well. You're nurturing it. You have the Queen of Pentacles, but you have the Wheel of the Year, the Fate card, which is timing. So timing is on your side. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is harvest. So have a little patience. I want to say to Leo, though, most specifically, I'm proud of you. A lot of this stuff hasn't been easy for you, but you're turning your injury into your superpower. I would say that is one of my favorite things that I see people do with their trauma. You know, I have a client who works with women who've gone through menopause in a really sharp and striking way, and she's teaching women how to navigate that as a living now. Like I myself have learned how to support women through my own personal traumas, and I know how to speak to them, right? So this is something that we use of benefit out of our trauma, now becomes our superpower, Ace of Pentacles. But you do have some new beginnings. A lot of new beginnings are going on right now. We just did come out of the first we just came out of summer solstice, which is the mid-moon of the year, right? Where we're going to go into this next phase of growth and harvest. And so what is it that you're shifting and changing? What are you expecting of yourself in these next steps? Let's pull a card from Divination of the Ancients and see what your focus is for this week. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'd love your company over on my YouTube if you'd like and subscribe. I would love your company there, first of all, but ultimately sometimes I have some wonky glitches with tech, and I don't get them out to all the different platforms, but you can join me there if you like. I'd love to see you there. Want to thank you for hanging out with me, and let me know how you feel your reading went and where you are in the world. That's always fun to see. All right, here we go, Leo. Clarity, crystal ball. This card was the reason why I bought this deck. And it was also, interestingly enough, the first card that I pulled when I opened this deck and shuffled it. So clarity. So in what ways can you get clarity? I don't feel like you're confused on your next steps, but I do feel as if getting some clarity on what it is you want moving forward will give you, like, the universe loves clarity. It loves absolutes. And like, I know that this is what I want. And I was talking to Cancer about joy being the key to manifestation. So clarity here, be certain on what it is you want. And you guys always hear me talk about my dating advice too. If you know what you want, then it's easier for you to navigate the questionable options. Same thing with finding a partner.